Hey, welcome back. My name is Jay Yosa. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's for job interviews, business or sales meeting, or even at a conference in front of a lot of people. Today I want to focus on job interview tip. This is actually more than a job interview tip. It's how to interact with somebody one-on-one in any situation. What is the first thing you should do? Now, in one of the videos I mentioned, like when you walk into the building and you check in with the receptionist, what you do from there till the hiring manager, somebody sees you is very important. You got to look like you belong there. And one of the advice I gave was stand, don't sit down, and stand in a place where you can see people walking in. They would have to go past you and say hi to them. That's it. Simple as that. You belong. Okay. Today I'm going to give you a different tip, and this has to do with, again, like I said, it applies to job interview, but it applies to anything. And the one that applies, the example I'm going to give you, didn't apply to job interview. It's something that I was trying to get somebody to come on my show. The thing you have to do is, before you meet anybody, find three things to compliment that person on. Sounds kind of like, wow, three things. Like, why three? It means you have done your work. Three. And in a job interview, these compliments you give, because there's a dead time in an interview, which a lot of people don't realize the importance of that. It's the time when somebody comes, like you said, as I mentioned in one of the videos, when you're standing, you look like you belong. Now the person comes and says, hey, I'm so and so, I'm here to, welcome to the place, and you shake hands, and now you're walking. That's a dead air time. From the time you're walking from, and sometimes that could be a lengthy walk, from the time the person greets you to his or her office, there is at least, let's say, several seconds that's there. That's a dead air time. That dead air time has to be used so that you're kind of softening the person up. You're kind of showing the person how friendly you are. You control that. Don't lose control of that. That's the one part you can never lose control in any situation. So if you have done your homework, you should easily come up with three things to compliment. The first thing you can always compliment is, hey, you got terrific receptionist. And again, before I go into it, they have to be truth. Don't make up stuff. So one thing is, they have to be real truth. Sometimes we just don't tell people the truth, which is in complimenting things that they're already doing that nobody's telling them. The first thing is, I like the professionalism of your receptionist. I like this building. It has a very nice environment. I could see myself working here. And I like something about your LinkedIn profile, very detailed. Something like that. Compliment right away. Get it out of there. That sets the stage that you have done homework. The person has to know that you do your homework. And because you do your homework, that person becomes your friend. So you friend them. We always put things on Facebook like we friend them, friend them. Technically, today, everybody's your friend because they put everything out there for you to see. Who does that? Friends do that. Friends tell things to other people, okay? As far as I know. The old days, we used to, only people who would know a lot about you are your friends. Your relatives would know. But today, everything you put on your internet, that becomes that person. If you do your research, you are their friend. So act like it. When you meet people, act like you're their friend because they're putting that stuff out on the internet. The only people you're not going to do it to, the people that you don't know anything about, and that may not be a good thing. So, like, I have this video's out there. If you meet me, I want you to act like you know me, because I'm not putting this out to see for myself. I'm out there to put this so you can watch it. And if you're gonna watch it, act like you know me. Don't act like I don't know who this guy is. He's a total stranger. I've never met him. I want you to act like, hey, Jay, I enjoyed your video. That was an excellent tip that you gave. I actually used it. Hey, you know what? I like when you say that. I like anybody who says that. It's like, hey, this guy, he knows me. Everybody likes to be known. You make people feel like you know them because that's what Facebook has done. We're living in a Facebook generation where everybody wants to be known. So act like you know them. Don't act like you've never seen them or that's what they want. So give it to them. Compliment them. That's the truth. You're not making stuff up here. Well, anyway, so one time I was trying to get this speaker, author, coach of TEDx, Tamsin Webster, and you can watch the video. So I was trying to get her on the show, and we did a pre-call. And in a pre-call, I just said, look, Tamsin, before I get into it, I want to compliment you on three things. You know, I got to compliment you on three things. That's what I said. I said, you have a kick-ass website, which she does. Second, I said, you have one of the finest office managers that I've had the privilege to work with, which she does. Third thing is I said, I've looked at many of your videos and you're a great speaker. Boom. Three things right off the bat. Now, I'm not sure if that helped me, but I think it kind of set the stage like, hey, this guy has done his homework and he's just made some observation that I haven't heard from anybody. Just do that. Just do that. Find three things to compliment something on. It might not get you it, but at least it'll tell you who you are. That this guy is somebody who's honest with me. He's gone out and looked for things that other people haven't done. And I don't think it's that much work. And the reason I say three things is because one, anybody can compliment somebody on one thing. Two, some work you can. Three requires a lot of work, and nobody gets to three. So three is the limit. Four, it kind of gets a little, creepy. So three is where you stop and just say, I'm sure there's more, but I'll stop at three. That's it. Do it. This is something that should be part of who you are. That before I meet anybody, I got to act like I'm their friend because they want you to be friend. That's why we have social media. If you don't want people to be your friend, don't get on social media. Stay away from it. But as soon as you put anything on the internet that other people see, as far as I'm concerned, I know you. And I'm going to act like I know you. If I'm not, then you must be wondering like, what the hell am I putting this website for? Nobody's acting like they know me. Know the people. Act like you know them. Find something in them. It's not that difficult. People just don't do it. I want you to do it. It'll make a big difference, whether it's for a job interview or anybody you're meeting. Act like you are their friend. Okay? So try that. And I know in job interview, this thing does work. Right off the bat, that dead air space between the time you meet somebody, the time you get into the office, find three things to compliment. That will set the stage. You gotta do this. And you can do this for anything. But if you're not doing it, it's sort of like you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Why should you do that? Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or any ideas, or if you have an experience doing something like that. And as always, I want to thank you for watching this. If you ever have any need for help with interviews, job interviews, I'm available to help you. And good luck.